Alright guys, we got the full speed test between the S24 and the S25 here. And not a lot has changed between, with this update here. So let's go ahead and do a boot up, 3, 2, 1. And we got the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor on here versus the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3. And then we also do have 128 gigs of internal storage on the S25, 12 gigs of RAM, and then 128 and 8 gigs of RAM on the base model. But man, these are extremely similar. They look extremely similar, and that was really close there. So as always, we're going to look at some app loading, benchmarks, animations, and then we'll look at some video rendering. And yeah, so I'm curious to see if we actually can spot any type of difference here. 3, 2, 1. S25 by a little bit there. Animations buttery smooth on both. Really nice. Can't really tell a difference there. That was exactly the same. Okay. Pokemon Go. S25. It's just a little bit faster. We'll do PUBG last. Okay. Yeah, so it's very minimal speed difference here in terms of general usage here. I wonder if it'll keep apps open longer in the background. Okay. See, S25, S24, it feel exactly the same. It's like just a little bit faster. Okay. Again, S25. Okay, S25 there. That looked very close. Jetpack. S25. Yeah, so the S25, it is a little bit faster, but I mean, it's just like it's barely faster. Okay, our Geekbench scores, I'll show you guys what those scores look like here. So you can see a pretty big difference, more so in the multi-core score here. Okay. All right. You got Angry Birds, which is kind of a tough application to load up for some reason. But yeah, if you were thinking about upgrading between these two phones, guys, the real question is how do you take advantage of the CPU increase here, because everything else is the same. The cameras, the display, it's just going to be really tough here. So we did get a faster load in Angry Birds here on the S25. The animations are very smooth on both, very consistently smooth here. Boom. Instagram. I got to. Okay, that was quicker on the S25. So yeah, the S25 is definitely a little bit faster, but I don't think anyone would actually notice this in real life. As far as like animations and smoothness, the S24 is still very, very fast here. Let's go ahead and go to load up Amazon. Yeah, you cannot really tell a difference here at all. Alright, now let's go ahead and do PUBG. 3, 2, 1. So even when it comes to gaming, I know a lot of people say, well, we get this gaming, spec update here for gamers, the 30% faster GPU, CPU. But the thing here is that, can you really feel the difference in the popular titles that people play, right? PUBG, Genshin is not really going to run that much different. Call of Duty, PUBG is not going to run that much different. Like, yeah, it's loading up a bit faster, but I just don't see the, trading your S24 in for an S20. Now, as far as gaming performance here, again, both these phones run PUBG at 120 frames. And like I said, it'll run, whatever you're playing right now will run at the exact same. It'll feel exactly the same. Like, all the popular titles, Call of Duty, PUBG, Genshin, they just will feel the same on these two phones. I just don't notice any kind of difference with, you know, heating or anything like that. And yeah, maybe down the line you'll see that difference, but for right now, the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 is plenty enough powerful for, I think, power users here. We're not going to see that big of a difference. Let's go ahead and check out the RAM management. We did go from 12 gigs to, you know, 8 gigs here, or 8 gigs to 12. Oh, we got a closeout on the S24. Wow, already. Okay. Everything is still open so far. Let's see, is PUBG still open? Okay, still open. Okay, we got another closeout, I believe. Yeah, this was a closeout. So we can kind of see that 12 gigs of RAM coming in handy here for sure. Jetpack. Yeah, so the S24 is not doing that well here. Yeah, look like we close that out. Yeah, this is actually pretty bad, actually. Yeah, it closed everything. I think PUBG did it. This closed out. Okay. Yeah, it's not even close. The S25 does a much better job. Here are the Wildlife Extreme scores, so you guys can see we went from almost 25 frames to about 35 frames here. And then we come down, we're at 16 to 48 and 17 to 34. Alright guys, we got a 1 minute 4K 60 video. Let's go ahead and get started here. 3, 2, 1. So hopefully we see a bit of a difference here, and there's a little bit of a lead here on the S25. So looks like it's behind by like 5% almost, I guess. Oh well, no, now it's catching up. Yeah, this doesn't seem to also be a big thing. It was only a 1 minute video with a filter on it. That was pretty much it. Yeah, this is extremely close. Okay. Alright, so it was basically 47 seconds versus 49 seconds here. So not that big of a difference. Now the photos and the videos are supposed to be a lot faster and smoother on the S25, so let's see if that's true here. They feel extremely similar here. Let's see the zoom. I mean, it feels like the S. Yeah, the S25 is a little bit smoother with these zooms. Let's try that in video. Oh, this is a lot smoother in video. Yeah, just like that swipe in a zoom. Yeah, the S24 feels kind of a little bit jittery when you're doing that zoom. So they really like fixed that. It's a lot smoother than it used to be. Besides that, this is an extremely minimal upgrade. If you're asking, you know, if it's worth it, no, not really. There's nothing really to upgrade here for. But yeah, guys, I would pass on this upgrade if you have an S24. I really don't think it's necessary.